Welcome back to the Simulation. This time, we got two windows open that shouldn't be open anyways, but there we go. Haha! So, what we are gonna do right now is, first of all, click on profile so I can monitor the stream. And, what is that weapon? Looks like, what's the thing that SpongeBob has in his hand? Uses, all the time, like the petty turnaround thing. Whatever. So much to that. And I said, let's go to the next area. Oh yeah, let's do this. So wait, can I? No, I can't use potions in here. That would have been so awesome. All right, the Send, the fifth, and in this case, first newest act of the Fall of Oriath thingy. So let's do this. Floss on your belt refill as you kill enemies. One fill each. Like not a fill, one charge each. So do and then ascend. Enter the ascend. Like anything informative in here is just totally neglected. So, and I can't even see the map here. I think I need to improve the transparency. Oh, that would be actually really nice. An adaptive transparency, or like, yeah, an adaptive transparency or a change in colorization, of that overlay map here. So, the difference in hue, for example, or brightness, let's see, like, I'm directly on top of that snow, I can't see shit on that map. I'm on top of that tree. I see a little bit of that map, but then it goes white again. You can't really see it on that snow area. Like, that's very, very impractical. But anyway, we got O for the options. We got UI for that stuff. And map transparency. Let's just up that to the maximum so we can see things a little better. Oh, and also I said I wanted to adjust the filter so I can... yeah, take all the free height, one width items that can be stacked a little better than the other one with me, but I didn't. But that's not the issue. Wait a second. Oh, right click it. The jump is Q. Totally forgot about that. Muscle memory, like the stuff that you still keep on doing after you stop the game for a moment and start again, like. If you click a button and stuff that's supposed to happen doesn't happen, and yeah, other things do. In this case, just walking, because I want to make sure that I don't actually die, or like accidentally attack something that I don't want to. Oh, okay, then just a little. Anyway, we need to hit these things. What are they? Mountain hind, and they don't have any frost resistance. Would be nice to see like enemies that are yeah, that have buffs depending on the map. Like you're on the lava map, every enemy, like everything that's supposed to live there is a little, just a little bit. Like I don't know how much it could be, but it would make sense to give them a slightly higher fire resistance. So certain builds are more viable on certain areas than on others. That would actually be really interesting. So you would have yeah, different kind of builds for different areas. I said that already, but anyway, I want to emphasize on that because I think the idea is actually bloody brilliant. So certain builds only work on certain areas, set this again, which actually spreads the player base a little bit apart. And like, let's say fire players are usually more emphasized on the fiery map. No, not on the fire map because they deal fire damage, but they have to fight like frost enemies and stuff. That would actually be really nice. Yeah. So yeah, they have to fight enemies with higher frost resistance or like less fire resistance. Let's call it that, because they don't have that much resistance to frost. They're not like more vulnerable to frost. They're just more vulnerable to frost compared to others in, let's say, the highlands. That would be actually really interesting. So yeah, someone who likes to use fireballs and things can, yeah, play like in icy areas and deal, compared to fire areas, more damage with that build. And someone who likes to use frost stuff can go to the fire areas and therefore deal more damage there compared to, yeah, somewhere else. You could explain this by either the creatures being more adapted to the cold and therefore are not freezing to death all the time, because there are frogs that can, like, is it frog or is it a lizard? Don't know. Anyway, there are creatures with an innate ability to withstand cold or freezing for a longer period of time, so they have some anti-freezing agent in them. And also there are bacteria. Okay, I don't know about a like taller animal for that. But anyway, bacteria are also very resistant to hotspots. That's why they are close to lava. Like underwater volcanoes and stuff. Or let's say acidity. That's also something. Like in the jungle. Now I'm like talking more like elex and stuff. There was, for example, a poisonous area, which could be either jungle or some kind of how would you really made like it's such a nice idea for that. Anyway, so what was it I wanted to say? Damn it! I totally forgot about that. Maybe I should have talked to all the other NPCs first before going here, but that is not the thing I should be concerned about. Wait. Oh, come on, why not? That's not the weapon. Wait, shut. That one goes down here, goes down there. You could kind of do that, like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, but oh, come on, why now? So annoying. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 units. But I might be able to fit at least one other item in there if I put them all down here. And there we go. Sweet. Awesome. So it does work. Oh, why no?
Do you need help?
If you have an inventory full of one heightened with items. Oh. Alright, so yeah, this one is a better one. And the rest is just normal. Alright, so 532. Like one, just another act, and what happens? I suddenly get a 532 item. Yeah, can't use it though because of the dexterity requirement, but still. Oh, 12. I could probably. Okay, I have to open the Path of Exile like a conversion page. So I can look on the conversion rate on all these items. So I can understand that a little better from time to time. Like every few times you look at these windows, you look at one part of information, you gather like every loading screen also. Actually, loading screens are not that. Oh, animate weapon. What's this one? Animates a melee weapon to fight by your side. You cannot animate unidentified weapons. Base duration. Can use items requiring up to level 9. Minions attacks deal 4 to 6 additional physical damage. Can summon up to 50 animated weapons at a time. Okay, and how does that work? Like, what happens to the weapon that I have right now? Like, can use items regarding place into an item socket of the right color of the the skill right click to remove them. Okay, so I need to put it on an item first. It says a melee weapon. Okay, no range weapon though. The bow would be amazing. Okay, what's this one? Summon Ice Golem. I don't use the Ice Golem. Shite. And this is not a weapon though. And this one is blue and not. And it's Herald of Thunder. It's also very important. Like if these two would just rotate, switch. Wait. But yeah. Let's take it into the gem slot here and actually put it down there so I know that it's awesome. Actually I haven't sorted those in any way, but what I wanted to say Actually, now you can see the map so well. It's almost too well, but alright. What was it? I wanted to say it to begin with, like fire enemies, resistance and stuff. Okay, so it's either poison or some kind of acidity that's there, but usually there's no base. What do you call it? Base kind of damage? Because of the basic stuff. Like there's acidity and there's like base. Yeah. Base. Acidity. Whatever. Anyway, actually it's just one scale, so it doesn't go from cold to one. It's more like more or less acidity, and it's either natural, acidic, and the other thing. You don't want to have it in any extreme ways there. You just want it to be normal-ish as much as you can. Okay. That leather looks actually very interesting. But where am I going to go? This one return to Oriath. Dum 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 dum. Now we're on Oriath. Oh, look at that. Awesome. What that game would need is some interesting three-dimensional lighting and the ability to pan your camera around. Just to look, not to play, but to look. That would be so cool. But I think like it would break an awful lot of things here, because I don't know how these mountains are done. They could be tessellated. They could also just be rock objects positioned on there, or it's just part of a three-dimensional surface with some points in there that you can't move on. Oh, flammability! Look at that. That one is also supposed to be. Or is it? Because all targets and something like that. I think not. Yeah. What? Oh, like Sacred had a wonderful idea of picking up items. It had a button that picked up the items automatically. That was awesome. You just pressed the button and you picked up the item that was closest, so some auto pickup thing. If you would combine auto pickup with the filter, you can make this so much better. For some people it's okay. Maybe because of the difference in sensitivity that I am having right now. Like I changed the sensitivity of the mouse, that's why it's a little bit off sometimes with the aim. But the reason was so I can get accustomed to the higher sensitivity. Do more moves with it. But usually the opposite happens. I'm not moving it as much as I want to. Yeah. Come on. Wait. Okay. Caught it. Oh, shite. I'm not a beast of burden. Yeah. Okay. Alright. I think that wouldn't fit, right? Maybe. So that one goes up here. That one actually has to go down there. We switch these two around. This one goes down here, up there. This one goes up here, down there, up here, down there. Yep, now I do have some slots left. Perfect. Nice. I can fit another belt in there when I'm lucky. So where was I? Yeah, acidity damage, like monsters being more attuned to the environment, therefore being more resistant to, or in relation getting more damage from countering effects. Cold, fire, or like heat, not as hot areas, because that's how it works. Damn it, that's not enough. Alright, let's go back. Or for example, what else could that be? The different types of damage. Electricity, but where would electricity really be an issue? Like electricity would only be an issue. Damn it, actually I have to look for nice armor that I could wear. Oh. Would also be nice to see like items you can actually wear because of the requirements, and items that have not been identified being distinguished. Like blue means you can use it, and also blue means it's unidentified. It's not unidentified, it's identified. So red just means nah. And you also can you use? I think you can't use an unidentified weapon for some reason. Wouldn't that be like? Wouldn't that make more sense to use an unidentified weapon and somehow you deal some damage and you don't know why? But that would mean like that scrolls of wisdom would be more valuable. And one might think, oh come on. So flammability. That's a curse. Let's put that there. And this is above. Let's put it there. Oh, okay. Let's talk to them real quick. Yeah, nothing. Alright, where was I? Yeah. Attuned enemies to their surroundings, so they are more resistant to that certain element. They don't take more damage, but they have more resistance to that element. Would make more sense. And also, let's say, creatures next to a crypt or creatures next to an black magic site, like let's say a wizard or whatever, a necromancer was using an awful lot of rituals and kind of like what did he do? Yeah, curse the place a little bit. That means all the creatures there get attuned to that type of damage or to that type of environment. Therefore, they take less damage from, let's call it in this case, chaotic damage, as an example. Or like, if you would have dark and light magic as well. Then yet there are some like angel characters, they don't take as much damage from light magic. Because they are used to the constant light magic around them, and they kind of maybe even get stronger from it. Same with black magic. That would make things interesting. So yeah, certain builds only work with their counterparts. That would actually result in a paladin fighting against demons and not against angels. So that would force people to actually be more law adherent. Wouldn't that make more sense? At least if you fight against this type of enemy. If you are this type of enemy, let's say you are a ice wizard, where would you rather be? You would be at home in the ice desert, whatever, because you use that ability. You get more attuned to that surrounding, so you take... Oh, that's good. Okay, nice idea. So, not only do you deal more damage of a certain kind, also your resistance to that kind of damage, because of the attunement, changes. And it gets better. So let's say you deal fire, let's say you deal fire damage. That means you know how to handle fire. And like subconsciously, you are a little more fire retardant, or at least fire damage wouldn't be as dangerous to you as for others. That means that you could either go for a defensive build with high fire resistance. Where was I? Yeah, with high fire resistance in a fiery place, or, and therefore you would deal just fire damage, the damage around there, or I thought that was the way there. Anyway, or you would be dealing fire damage, but sacrifice the defensive values and therefore gain aggressive values because of the fire damage, not the fire defense you get because of this attunement. So first of all, there's attunement. Attunement changes defense to that element and attack against the opposite, which that would actually make That would be interesting. That would give you an awful lot of depth. But this would only work in an environment that never changes, or that only rarely changes. Like you can't, for example, like this game here has a mode, or like the late game in this game actually uses maps, and these maps are most of the time random. So actually, I don't really know if these enemies you see are random or if it's just some... Because I never managed to get to that part yet. Because it takes an awful lot of time. So, yeah. But because of the patch in this game here and the fact that they actually put the merciless and cruel difficulty in the story itself, rather than on like the same or like different playthroughs. Like you have to play it once, first difficulty, second for the second difficulty, and the third difficulty would only unlock the third time around, which gets pretty boring if you ask me. Playing this 3 times and then you actually get access to the late game content, instead of just playing through this and having access to the late game content within one always changing or like constant flow and not repeating flows. So resonator instructions.
Captain Tavares, altitude is imperative to forging a stable connection with the prime resonator in Theopolis. Power source is equally vital. Locate a fissure in the mountainside and lower a conductive cable into it. The deeper, the better. It will take an immense amount of thaumaturgical energy to execute the successful disintegration and transmission of objects, both inanimate and animate, between Highgate and Theopolis. For that kind of power, we must tap the origin. I needn't remind you of the consequences should either of those elements prove deficient. That is why I would like you, Tavares, to be the first to test the resonator once it is operational. Accountability is a perfect counterweight to ambition. High Templar Dominus.
Alright, didn't I fight him on the tower thingy? Alright, so he knows something about these electrical thingies. Let's, and it suddenly just... Okay, opens a portal to Oriath. Oh, okay. That's easy. Huh, just go to the end of the world. There's this... How many ice maps were there? 1, 2, 1. The Ascend. Didn't really feel ascending, you were just like a little in the cold, and then we go into Oriath. But anyway, let's go to Oriath. So, you can access CTF, capture the flag, and team PvP by talking to someone. Oh yeah. Shouldn't there be a portal on this point? Please go this way. The slave path. Okay. Whoa, look at that. I like that effect so much. And also, no, it's a sphere being in here. Okay. It would have been nice to see something happening to your surroundings as well, instead of just the walls. One just got burned away. And the floor being pushed. Maybe also the cage is kind of like rattling a little bit to the side. That would be sweet. Anyway, I'm just nitpicking here. So, ooh, no, this is again a very... It looks like a huge map, similar to the 3, right? Like this one and this one. But they look different, look at that. This is a fine detail, fine outlining, and this is a very dark outlining. Very, very, very... Like, it doesn't look as detailed because, first of all, the stuff is smaller. There's almost nothing, just environment, and a little bit of a city. Not that detailed though, it's just more like the stuff that meets your eye first time around. Like, let's say this kind of tower here, the Colosseum in the middle, and we got that one which doesn't tell you anything. Would be nice to see more in that mountain, like let's say some areas, like that's like a mining shaft going deeper and deeper in the mountain, looking more different, because otherwise let's just alright, but here we have high detail, very high detail, and actually very, very many objects. Not just... It could almost be that this and this area are like only separated by this small road over here. Alright. So, where was I? Attunement. Yeah, attunement changes should. Not in this game, but general idea. Anyway, it changes your defense for that element type of damage. For example, or yeah, maybe attunement also works a little different. For not only... Oh, why am I losing health suddenly? Maybe I was cursed for a moment. Alright. Yeah, maybe attunement also works differently for armor as well. Like, armor. Armor itself is something... Okay, actually very specific. It uses your equipment for that. But wouldn't always mean it's heavy or light or whatever. What could you do with it? Yeah, you need more strength in order to wear heavier armor. Okay. And heavier armor, okay, it's not always the best. But let's say heavier armor is just better. That makes strength be, yeah, good for, first of all, the heavy armor to wear this. And also strength would then reduce physical types of damage. And that's also kind of bows in there as well. Bows are physical, and you also need like, let's say, strength in order to use a bow, because actually you have to pull on the string. Accuracy, yeah, if there's an accuracy rating, that would be needed for the bow, instead of just dexterity, like wide dexterity. You pull a string, you aim at something, that's it. You don't need dexterity for it. Dexterity is more for... Yeah, actually, dexterity would... For style, flow, like... kind of knowing your body thing. But that's what dexterity is. You can do cooler moves with higher dexterity. Ooh, nice. Yeah, cooler moves, or like additional special moves get unlocked the more... Why is there a cross? Oh, okay. I just got an awful lot of damage there just for doing nothing. Anyway, maybe additional special moves could get unlocked the more dexterity you have, because then you kind of understand how that might work or not. So, okay, that's something. But yeah, back to the attunement thing. That actually forces you to play to your strengths or against... Yeah, to your strengths. Like, let's say defensive is also one of your strengths. But in both cases, it also does not force you to be in a specific environment, like just fiery area or just frost area, for example, with the fire and ice thingy. Less cold, or like less heat, more heat environments. You at least have a choice between two. You either fight and also the light and dark thingy. Maybe you could switch that around. Different kind of demons, different kind of angels. Maybe you can also involve some kind of wildlife in there, like... Oh yeah, poisonous enemies, something like that. Or sometimes even just stronger enemies. Come on. Why don't I deal any more damage to them? But anyway. Maybe stronger enemies? What else could that be? Stronger enemies against someone who plays strength. And dexterity, for example, high... Yeah, dexterity doesn't just mean you get these abilities, that also means maybe your... the ability to... react gets better. So like it's not just your skill that determines how good you can or how good you can evade. That it's also determined on an evade skill or on an evade value. The higher the evade value, the better your evades. Okay, skill kind of, and also you can press, let's say, the evade button, and it actually works as intended. Like let's say the higher your evade value, well let's just reaction time. Let's call it reaction time. And we kind of lower that. That would actually be really good. And Lady Lisa again. Yeah. Better and better. So yeah, damn it. Got my train of thought again. So yeah, as an evade value that... No, damn it. It's an reaction time that decreases. Yeah, because less time means faster reaction. So less time between different kind of actions. So let's say you want to move to the right or to the left, and the lower your evade value is, or like your dexterity, let's call it just that, the faster the reaction happens. At the start, maybe it might be normal, but if you just push it to a certain amount, it actually feels extremely fluid, and gives you the ability to evade very, 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 very well. In some cases, you're kind of, yeah, let's say an enemy is very fast, therefore reacts, or does fast attacks, and you have to attack them in between these attacks. That means you have to stop, aim, and attack fairly quickly. You could do this as a person, maybe, but the system won't let you. So that would actually, yeah, force you to adapt certain types of playstyle.
Yes.
So that would, yeah, first of all involve you and the build. So in similar ways. That would be really interesting to see. So it's a very, very like adaptive system. Very in-depth one. So increased silence per lock ratio. Every generated per second. No, I don't need this one. I need like something with a 300 armor or so. What about this one though? Nope. I just need something with higher defense, otherwise I'm gonna get killed so quickly. Don't want that.
See ya.
So this one goes up here, I think. Yeah. And I'm getting too many of these items, damn it. Where do I put them now? Oh, I need to move this around a little bit. Because this is fairly rare. I don't have as many. This one just clogs up my inventory all the time. This one, not so much. It means I need to put this on the right side so it doesn't interfere with this. Yeah, that would make more sense. Yeah, I should do this right now. Otherwise, it might be. And they also fill up from top to bottom. Seems. Did it? No. Anyway, that was just some weapon I use. Oh wait, the weapon I use could be here or in the middle, where some space might be. So engineers orb. Let's just flip. No, not flip it. Ugh. That one. The Regal Orb is magic to rare item transformation. This one normal to magic. Magic to rare. Like this is actually the next step. In this one magic with random other properties, and this one rare with different properties. Like this is the magic version, this is the rare version, and this is the rest. Improves quality of gems. Where are the gems? Gems are over here, sockets and stuff. Yeah, I could actually... This is just a strongbox thingy. So the gems are supposed to be here. This is the flask, this is the gem, this is the silver coin. Yeah, this is the gem part. And also I should use this maybe. I don't use it, I just Yeah, I might just use it as a time. Yeah, as a kind of currency though. Only annoying thing is that this one is stackable to 20 and not everything is stackable to 40. Such a pain. Alright. So yeah, portal scrolls go... Okay, let's stack scrolls of wisdom from top to bottom, portal scrolls from bottom to top. And the engineer... Yeah, bottom to top. Let's do this. Let's stack them like so. And everything's fine. Haha. Good. That's nice. It's still kind of connected because it makes sense this way. Except for that part here. The quality of armor, quality of weapons. Number of socket thingies, socket color. That was the third one. Actually, they kind of look the same as what are there. Could put these in here, and then I could free another slot, and then I can get the quality of gem right next to it. Yeah, I could do that, but then it would hinder at the same time. Nah, let's just leave it there and talk to our prophecy dude. Ish, to the arena.
An ordinary life, an ordinary death, marked by an extraordinary rebirth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, and what does it do? An ordinary. There we go. You will slay a normal foe who will be resurrected and granted new power. Nice. Granted new power, which may mean they give me more, is it a 28 scores wisdom or 38? 28. So, and I wanted to go to everything that's elemental. Oh shit, no, wait a minute. Well, was some area I wanted to go. The problem is I have no idea where that was. I wanted to go to the right side. I wanted to go to the cold. Yeah, there we go. Down there. Increased elemental damage. That was the idea. To get more out of it. So... Increased elemental damage 20. That's an awful lot. Alright. So, what's this one? To maximum mana, energy shield, and intelligence. Doesn't make me any more tanky, but... I'm going 1 point at a time. Actually, I don't care about this 1 point at a time thing. So, now where to next? Down there was a dead end. Boy, what are these things? Are they kind of like, yeah, stuck together kind of enemies? And some guards, of course. So yeah, that was a attunement. So yeah, that would. Oh wait, no, evading. That was where I was right now. So you could make evading out of it. Nice evade mechanic. So you're either, yeah, it kind of stuck in one animation. And if you want to click, nothing would happen. So you have to get, first of all, the right timing. Difficult. It's not that big enough, frankly, if you think about it. But it doesn't have to, right? So yeah, there's that, and maybe there's also some cheesy build or something. But the problem would be if you combine fire and cold kind of damage together. Ice and fire thing. Because in this case, you would get two attunements. Then you have a little problem there. So two attunements. How would you do that? Two attunements. What would that mean? The damage increases, of course, but the defense. How does the defense then work? How could we do that? Let's say you have a perk that says you deal so and so much more fire damage. Means you have so and so much more attunement. That actually gets Yeah, also gets in the way of going specialized against specific kind of enemies. If you go on a mixed build, what would be the benefits of it? Benefits would be just higher damage in general against both types, but losing the ability to fight or to suck up some damage. You lose the defense, but you would not lose the offense. Okay. Ooh. It's either a perk that says you deal more damage, fire, from the fire, or oh. No, not a wee shite. Damn it, that enemy's dangerous. Aha! Done it. Minions are amazing. So, yeah, I can move this around a little bit. So, that one goes to the right, goes here, goes there, and everybody's not happy. Shite. Oh, there's much room. Nope. It wouldn't fit any other way, so let's just get the bolt scroll really quick. And this chest. And maybe more items? No. Ooh, weapon. Yeah, is that good or not? Yes, no, maybe. Difficult to say. 329% increased physical damage. Okay. 329% increased physical damage. 3 times as much. The physical damage on it is at 73%. That means it has actually very low values on it. It requires level 10. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. It had item level 41. Requirement is 9 only. 10 in this case. And the weapon that I use right now has requires level 43 and has item level 32. Which is the opposite. Just because it's legendary, right? Reduced attack speed, not good. Wouldn't be as nice. What else does it have? Increased stun duration on enemies, extra gore. Oh! Nice perk. Ugh. Okay, it's a fun weapon though. Shite. Okay, let's quickly go back and sell the thing. So it's a fun weapon.
Yes?
So...
Be careful.
Yeah. And 1, 2, and oh, I forgot this one. Anyway, this is it's a fun weapon. 8 to 9.